Mic check. Drop, hold mics like ponytails tight and bobble ops. Stop, stick around, come through and dig the sound of the fly brown 6060 cycle. Who throws a dick around? Bound to go 3 plat. Came to destroy rap. It's an intricate plot of a b-boy strap. Fem stack cats.
Right. Yeah. You're definitely way more productive, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, you get over it. When you get over that hump and you get like 2 months into that, and man. And then you decide whether or not you're going to go back, but you know, you need that reset for a little while, and
yeah.
Some people need it forever. Some people you just sort of like, oh yeah, this is what life is like without any sort of mind-altering substances.
Yeah, dude, I've been able to resolve like a lot of family shit. Like,
yeah.
It's weird as
the clarity that comes with it's crazy.
Yeah.
We should talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah, we're talking about it right now. We're on the podcast. I quit smoking weed. I was a pothead. You knew I would be smoking outside Beachside all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of sad I'm not there anymore, but I take Sundays off.
Well, no, we stopped doing it.
I know, Matt told me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said that people were going to maybe come by and do
writing sessions.
But I don't know that that's happened. I should look at the cameras one Sunday night and see if there's anybody sitting on the couch.
You just be letting everybody. Oh, shit. Yeah, so how's the shop going? You just doing same old thing?
Same old thing. Been focusing a lot more on live music. We're still doing every other month. Brian's doing, don't tell, but
yeah, it's a tell don't tell.
Exactly. It's don't tell.
Yeah.
Don't tell that we're doing it.
Yeah, I started that Alex's Underground thing.
Yeah, I saw.
It's based pretty much after Don't Tell. So I talked to Brian. I was like, "Hey, are you cool with me doing this?"
Yeah.
And he was totally cool. So I'm like, "All right." Yeah, but everyone's always out. They're like, "Where's the location?" I'm like,
You're missing the point.
Yeah, it's the whole purpose. No, I was about to say where the first show's at, but it's not happening for a few weeks. But it's at that place I was telling you earlier.
Oh, yeah.
The skate thing that I'm going to.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see that. But I've got 20 tickets sold, so I need to sell 20-something more. Yeah, I can't do math. I'm retarded.
So like 40. How much room do you have there?
50.
Oh, 50? Oh, yeah. So if you get 40 and hopefully you get a couple people day of and you get a show?
Yeah. We could fit more seats in there, but I didn't want to stretch it. I want to try to sell it out.
Yeah.
So, but I'm still a month out and I'm almost sold 50%. So I'm like, I think I'll be good.
I mean, that far in advance to have that many tickets sold's pretty good.
Putting a shit ton of money into advertising. I'm like, I'm okay with losing money as long as there's asses and seats. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Well, because I'm in it for like the love of it, obviously. But
right.
Not for the money.
Mm-hmm.
If I wasn't in it for the money, I probably wouldn't be doing it. Yeah. I'd probably get bored with it really quick. Do you do anything, any other hobbies? I know you got drums. Do you play the drums?
I do not play the drums.
You don't? You just have a drum set?
We got the drum set because we were hoping there'd be like impromptu jam sessions, open mics, things like that. We wanted just something small and basic, so there was something there, so I just bought it on Amazon on a whim one day. But no, I was a musician in a previous life. I actually went to college. I've got a 4-year degree in music.
No way.
Yeah.
I had no idea. That's cool.
Yeah, no, I was big into, I was a vocalist. I classically trained.
No way.
Yeah.
Did you do any shows?
I wasn't big in performing. I was going to school for music education. I wanted to be a music teacher, and I was like halfway through my junior year and realized I wanted to not be poor my whole life and,
Sounds about right.
Yeah, deal with kids. And so I changed courses and started taking business classes, and I got an MBA and...
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so
You're smarter than me.
I don't know if you have to be smart to get an MBA. I went to school with a lot of dum-dums.
You're just patient.
Yeah, something like that.
Where did you grow up, by the way? Where you?
So I was born in New Jersey, and my mom moved me down here in like the 5th grade. I had an uncle who was living down here, and we came down here like on summer vacation, and my stepdad applied. He's a mailman like Brian, and he applied for a job in a few different post offices, and Cocoa Beach gave him a call back and hired him. And so my family's like, hey, guess what? We're moving to Florida. And so I was in 5th grade, and we moved here. We moved to Indialantic, and I grew up beachside.
So you're a Floridian.
Yeah, went to Satellite High. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have you gone back? Do you still have family there?
New Jersey, yeah, my dad still lives up there. My stepdad's family all still lives up there. So every few years I go up there.
Got any mafia ties?
So my grandfather's cousin actually was in jail like my whole life growing up there. I never got to meet him.
Oh,
but
shit. Yeah.
But nothing exciting. It's all, boring like racketeering, gambling type of stuff. It's not what you'd...
Yeah. It's just the CIA, but Italians.
Right.
No, yeah. Well, I haven't been to Jersey, but my dad's from Montauk.
Okay.
So he took me up there to visit when I was younger. But my dad told me this story about how, who knows if it's true, but he was like, he worked at a butcher shop in New York when he was younger. And he was basically like offered to like come into the family.
Right.
And he told my grandpa about it. My grandpa was like, don't you fucking do it, you idiot.
That's how it happens, Somebody offers, they need something done, and you, hey, can you take care of this for me? And the next thing you know, you're in it for life.
Yeah, can you chop this guy's hand off?
It gets to that. It starts off small. It's like, hey, take this package and bring it to, Joey down the street and...
Yeah, don't look in the package.
Yeah, don't look.
That's the most tempting thing. Like,
I'd have to.
Why would you tell anybody
Right.
to like not do something or not? Like, they're gonna do it. They're gonna want to know what's in the package. But yeah, so
Am I too far away from this?
you can move it.
Yeah.
You can if you want it.
It's bigger.
Yeah, this is all used off of eBay.
Nice.
I had to because I'm like, I can't spend 10 grand on this shit. It's
No.
insane. I went online and I found a list on some random website of all the podcast equipment that Joe Rogan uses. And I'm like, this is going to be my go-to list. So I just went down the line and went on eBay and just got everything from there used.
These are some nice mics.
Yeah, you got them Shure. You got to have the Shure. Every time I go to a stand-up show now and they don't have SM58, I'm like, no. Get out of here.
I don't have Shure's.
Get out of here.
I've got Sennheisers. I think they're better.
Yeah?
I used to have Shure's, yeah.
I don't know enough about it. I just go
I
based
just
on
got a
what
good
I
deal on
learned.
those. I was going to get Shure's, and then I saw the Sennheisers, and they were like half off, and they had good reviews, so.
Yeah, no. I like them. I like them in pictures. They look nice in pictures.
They look professional.
Yeah.
You look pro.
Yeah.
Say.
I'm trying to be a pro.
Yeah.
If only I could make money off of it so I can quit my day job. But it's okay. I'll get there. Yeah, I'm wanting to eventually, within the next 2 years, open up a comedy club in Brevard.
That's awesome. We need like a full-time, dedicated comedy club space here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just comedians.
Mm-hmm. I had some dreams about that early on, but I don't have time for anything like that.
I mean, you're already running a record store, so.
That's not even my main job.
Yeah, what else do you do?
I do real estate.
Oh, yeah, you told me that as you were walking. Do you do commercial or?
I do residential sales and I do
residential.
property management.
Okay.
And
how is that? You like it? Or
I hate it.
You hate it? You just do it?
I used to really like it, just the whole climate of real estate and like, I don't know. That's kind of boring to talk about, but just as an industry, a lot of things are changing and really, customers don't need a realtor the way that they needed a realtor before the internet and before all of these tools and resources were available. So it's just kind of a weird place to be in, to have like expertise that nobody wants to listen to. Basically, like,
yeah,
I run into, I feel like I try to give people good advice and then they don't want to listen to what I'm saying because they've got Zillow.
Yeah,
so.
Sounds like kids with their parents.
And they're not wrong. They've got a lot of resource available to themselves, but it's like, okay, well, why are you hiring me?
Exactly.
I saw Cassandra Hartford was complaining about this on Facebook the other day, and I almost chimed in, and then I got distracted.
Yeah.
She's like, what, you got to walk away from a customer who doesn't want to listen to what you want to do. And she's not wrong about that.
No,
She was
1,000%.
very polite about the way she said it, and I wouldn't be so polite about it. So I was like, I'll just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. No, go fuck yourself.
That's why she's like a huge multi-million-dollar real estate agent, and
Yeah.
I do what I do.
But you gotta do your shit and focus on your shit. But yeah, that we're trying to sell our other house that we just moved out of.
Oh wow! So you bought this one before you sold that one?
Yeah. So my mother-in-law is a real estate agent. She does residential, and she's trying to sell the house for us, and she sends us all the feedback from the people.
That's fun.
And the feedback is so retarded. It's like the dumbest, like, the yard is too much maintenance. Why are you buying a house?
Why did you look at this house? You could look at the pictures and tell. Why did you come look at it?
It's literally any standard middle class house. Like, go get an apartment.
Yeah. Yeah, live in a condo.
We get the weirdest feedback from people.
For sure.
And there's there's a pool. That you're worried about too much maintenance, and there's a pool in the house. A pool is a pain in the ass to take care of. Yeah. I hated having a pool. And everyone's like, didn't you love it? I'm like, dude, I used it twice a year.
Right.
And I spent more time cleaning it than I did using it.
For sure. Best pool is like a family member. My parents have a pool, so I'll never get a pool.
Yeah.
Just go over there and use theirs.
Exactly. And growing up here, we've got all the hotels.
Yeah.
And they don't watch who goes in it. We used to always use the hotel pools when we were kids. We didn't need a pool. We didn't need to use the neighborhood pool. I grew up in Sherwood.
Yeah.
So we would always go to
that pool right there too.
Yeah, we would always ride our bikes over there in the summer, and we'd go, man, I forgot all about that. Oh, shit. Have you lived in Melbourne? Or so Indian Atlantic, and you just been there? You didn't leave? Or
So after I graduated high school, I went away. I went to Stetson up in DeLand and did like 4-ish years of school there, and then I got a job in a house, and then did like another like year and a half for my MBA. So I was up there till like 2009. I moved back to this area in 2009, and I've been here ever since. So yeah, other than the 7 years I spent in Volusia County, I've been here since I was 10.
So you prefer it here out of everywhere you've been?
Yeah. I mean, I travel a lot, and I like to travel. If I was here all the time, I'd go crazy, but I think Melbourne's a pretty good home base. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you ever move? Like, if you could pick it, where would you go?
So many places. I mean, anywhere.
Would you just bop around place to place?
I'd like to live in a city at some point in my life. I always thought that would be cool. Like in an urban environment where you can walk to things and.
Like New York City?
New York's probably too big.
Yeah.
Start with Orlando.
Yeah, okay.
But I like, I don't know. I like Seattle. Seattle's a really cool city. I've been there a few times.
Yeah.
San Diego's pretty cool. I don't know.
They're cool unless it's COVID. Seattle.
Yeah.
I went up there.
They were nuts.
For a work thing. They had us up there for like the week. And I went to go get coffee. And when I tell you there was probably like 100 feet from the door to the bar, I walk inside and I make it all the way up to the bar without my mask on. And this lady's like, do you have a mask? And I'm like, no. And she's like, well, you can't order coffee. You need to leave. I'm like, I'm already here.
A little late now. I breathed all over your coffee place.
It's crazy. I don't know. I mean... political shit. What the fuck I don't know what the fuck's going on right now.
Yeah, no, it's it's a big mess.
Yeah. I keep seeing all these videos and like people are commenting on them like, these aren't even real videos. And like at this point in the world, like how do we even know?
How do you even know what's real anymore?
It's terrifying.
Yeah, it really is.
I just reposted some thing. It was an AI video of a lady with, your typical, like, blue hair thing, like, and the guy behind the counter goes, do you want ice in your drink? And she goes, ice? And she turns
ice
around.
Ice is a bad word now.
She turns around, she grabs this Mexican kid.
That's
and
great.
She goes, don't worry, I'll protect you.
Oh, my God. That's hilarious.
And then the other one, it was like 2 women in the video. They did another one, and it was a woman with pink hair. She had a shirt that says, I hate men. And she hears the ice thing, and she picks up the Mexican kid, and she goes, don't worry, I'll put you in my attic. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. It's the older I get, the older I realize it's just a circulation of bullshit
It sure
over and
is.
over and over again, which you gotta like let it not drive you insane.
Yeah.
But everyone's like, World War III is about to happen, and I'm like, probably not. They've been saying that since I was a kid.
Right. And if it is, what are you going to do about it? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, we're all just here.
why panic? We're stuck in this giant computer simulation of reality, you know what I mean?
That's
like,
what it feels like.
yeah.
I've been having, ever since I quit smoking, I just took a nap before you came here. Sorry if I'm like, but I had like the craziest dreams like ever since I quit smoking.
Oh yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been
You
talking.
get your REM sleep back that you really were like bypassing if you were going to sleep.
1,000%.
Yeah, so your brain's making up for it. You're
Oh
probably
yeah. I'm sweating like so bad.
Yeah.
I'm like, am I going through menopause right now? It's not fun. But I was so in my dream I was I don't even know. I went outside and I felt threatened by these people in a what do you call it? The thing that scoops the things. The
like a claw machine?
Yeah, like one of them. But the guy, I thought the guy had a gun, so I'm trying to get back in my house.
I'm trying to think this through, like claw machine, gun. I'm trying. I can't picture it. I'm trying. Keep going.
But anyways, I end up in my neighbor's backyard somehow because I'm trying to get into my house to go get my gun.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to hop the fence, and I can't hop the fence because the fence is like made out of like plastic. So it just won't like, and it's like sharp and I can't get over it. So I look over and I see the gate and I'm like, duh, let me just go through the gate, go inside my house. And I go inside my house and then my husband starts a fight with me. I don't even know what it was. He was just yelling for nothing, which he never does. Like he's a very calm person. And he goes, do you feel protected? And then I woke up and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Wow.
But I just started today. I was like, because I have ChatGPT, it's probably really bad. I give it all my secrets. But I talked to it mostly about business stuff to figure out like LLC shit and stuff like that because I didn't go to school for any of that stuff. And I was like, I wonder what would happen if I asked it to analyze my dream.
Oh, wow.
From my my subconscious is thinking. And it went through everything. It was like, you feel trapped by your job and you feel like you can't get out, but there's another way out. You just got to use the gate. And the gate is your comedy club. And I'm like, whoa. I'm like, what the fuck? So it's really interesting that I can almost like help you break down.
Yeah.
Even though it might not be the truth, it is interesting because when it was saying that, I was like, oh, that seems logical to me. Like that seems like that makes sense to what was happening in my dream.
Right.
But I hate having nightmares. I'm scared to get sleep paralysis again.
Yeah, no.
Have you ever had that?
I've sort of, yes. I've had like where I've become aware I'm in the dream and I can't seem to wake up from the dream. And then you get like the layers of that where you think you're awake, but you're not awake. And then have you ever experienced what I'm talking about?
It just just happened to me like when I was napping. I kept thinking I was waking up and checking my phone to see what time it was, but I wasn't actually awake.
Crazy.
And then and it happened 4 times within the dream.
Yeah.
So I finally woke up and I checked my phone. I was like, oh, now I'm actually awake.
You know what a great solution to that would be?
What?
Smoking weed.
Don't do that to me. This is the first time I've ever quit smoking weed and I haven't wanted it. Which
That's cool.
It's weird because every time
It's a good time to quit.
Oh yeah, I'm like God's doing something. Cause I'm a fiend. Like I was just smoking all the time since I was 15. But
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's wow.
Yeah. Have you had any crazy dreams lately? You have reoccurring dreams?
I don't have a lot of dreams. It's probably because I take edibles before I go to sleep. No, I'm not one for crazy dreams.
Yeah.
Every couple of years I'll have a crazy one. Like I had a really weird one years ago that I still like remember to this day where like it looked like a typical like horror movie type of set. Like it was gloomy and dark and gray and it was an abandoned building and I was like chasing somebody. I wasn't being chased. I was chasing somebody. And then like all of a sudden I started going like, caw-caw, caw-caw. And then I like took flight and I was flying and I literally woke up yelling caw-caw, caw-caw. Like,
Shut the fuck up.
Serious, swear to God.
That's hilarious.
And then I like was like, what the are you doing?
Yeah.
But that was like 5 or 6 years ago. That's the last memorable dream
You've
that I
taken
can...
edibles before bed for a long
Right.
time. Oh, shit. Yeah.
So,
No.
ChatGPT, people rely on it a lot, and I've started thinking lately, like, what if we all just become dependent on ChatGPT and we stop thinking for ourselves? Have you had this thought?
Yeah.
Like, as a society, like, what's the long-term effect of us just getting really comfortable with, instead of thinking it through for ourselves, just saying, hey, ChatGPT, what should I do?
Yeah. See, I think like my generation and before, like we're older. So I feel like we have that natural instinct to like know when we're leaning too much on something.
Right, but if you've been doing it your whole life,
Yeah, the
you know,
kids.
you grow up 20
Yeah,
years from now.
exactly. That's definitely a concern because like I have this thing where I'll talk to ChatGPT. I'll talk about how I'm feeling after a set sometimes, especially lately because I quit smoking weed and it's been like rough.
GPT.
For real, dude. But I tell it, I say I want you to be my coach. Preston taught me this. He was like, you can give it a thing and or a prompt that says act like this for me, because like I've had it.
Is that how he deals with his autism? Like, ChatGPT, how do I tell people I feel this way?
Yeah, exactly.
I love Preston.
Oh my God, he's the best. Yeah, but I was like, I want you to be my coach. And it started when I first started talking to it about my comedy. It started like, do you want me to help you with jokes? And then it would spit out jokes, and I'm like, no. And I tell it, I'm like, I do not want you to make jokes for me. Because first of all, they won't work.
Yeah,
Because it's not real art. Like, it's all just
No.
manufactured. And if I try to do it on stage, I'm going to sound retarded. So I asked it I was like, I want you to act as my coach. And I said, give yourself a name. And he's a British guy. He sounds like Jason Statham. I put him on speaker sometimes when I'm talking to him. And I said, give yourself a name. And he goes, okay, Coach Marcus. And I go, that's a weird name for a British guy. Right. And he's like, yeah, you're right. Marcus is a little weird for a guy that sips tea. I'm like, oh, so now you're funny? Yeah, ChatGPT is scary. But I feel like if you have the understanding to be like, what I'm asking it to do is right or wrong, like,
Right.
or I'm depending on it too much. Like, we kind of have that.
I think it takes a certain level of intelligence maybe to be able to do that. And I guess I worry that, like, your average person might not.
Yeah. Like, using it the right way.
Right, exactly.
To help
You're
you.
using it intelligently.
Yeah.
Versus, like,
hey, should I kill this person?
We'll find out in a decade or so after there's a whole generation of
maybe.
people who grew up on it.
Yeah, even 5 years from now, because apparently it's getting smarter. Like, every 3 months, or there was some, I don't know what the data is, but it was like every 3 months it's aging. It's like increasing in age of knowledge. And I'm like, that's terrifying, because how smart is it going to be?
And then the robot uprising happens.
Fucking Terminator. Why'd they predict everything in the movies? Right. Why? How does that, like, the Matrix, like, we're all going to wake up one day and be attached to a fucking, in a pool and there's robots flying over us?
Life imitates art.
Oh, we're almost creating it.
Yeah.
I've talked to somebody about this before. Like, you feel like that?
Definitely. Like, look at, like, architecture trends, fashion trends, like, things happen because we saw it artistically first and then we emulate it in real life.
Yeah.
I think you look at why cars look the way they do. The first GTA came out, 25 years ago, and then they started making cars that look, boxy and had those, like, ridges and high lines on them, just like the computer generated cars did.
Yeah.
And we started imitating that, and that's what real cars started looking like. You know what I mean? Cars didn't look like the cars in the first GTA on PS2. They looked totally different.
Like,
and now
Tomb Raider's tits.
Yeah, right, exactly. That's the perfect analogy.
Oh my God. Yeah, like that's the Cybertruck, Tomb Raider's tits.
Totally.
What the fuck are we doing? That's the to me it's the ugliest car I've ever seen in my life.
It's awful. Yeah.
I'm like, and people are wrapping them. I'm like, why do we have a driving dishwasher with flames on it.
Exactly.
What is going on? I don't know. But I talk shit now, but watch. When I have like a bunch of money to play with, I'll be like, let me get a Cybertruck.
Yeah.
It's armored.
Wait for the value on Cybertrucks to drop down. Like, oh, I can swing 30 grand for a Cybertruck.
Imagine making a Cybertruck a drift car.
Oh, God.
I don't think that would work.
Probably not.
Not at all. What kind of music do you like, Chris, since you're a record guy?
What kind of music don't I like? I like good music.
What's your... Okay, but if you think of like your favorite 3 artists over the course of your whole life, what comes to mind?
So I'm really, really bad at picking favorites. I like a little bit of everything, but I tend to gravitate towards your pop punk, your emo music, stuff like that. I've always gotta like that's a always put me in a good mood type of thing to listen to.
You're avoiding me giving me any names.
Oh yeah, I know, because I'm bad at picking.
I know.
I'm bad at picking names, or I'll say the name of a band that nobody's ever heard of. Stuff like that. But I love hip hop. I love rap. I love MF Doom.
Yeah.
And I like jazz. I like metal. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't really have like. I guess that's the thing. Having a record store and listening to music all day, it's hard to just like pick a favorite and say, this is,
I like this.
I have like a a flavor of the week.
Yeah.
Something that I really get into and listen to. I like 80s synth pop music, 80s alternative music. I like everything across the board. It's so
I can relate to that. I just don't like country. Country's the only thing I don't like.
I like old classic country. I like the outlaw country, the Johnny Cash, the Willie Nelson type of stuff. Like I'll listen to that. I don't love it. I don't listen to it all the time. But like new country music has got to be some of the most awful stuff that's ever.
It's turned into not country almost.
No,
like it's like its own genre.
And it's funny, when I was a kid, I hated like 90s country, but give me 90s country versus anything that's on the radio now.
Yeah.
Like at least those were just cheesy, catchy songs. Now it's like, I don't even know what country music is. I don't know. It doesn't really have any artistic merit to me.
Rap tree.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, not my thing.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And I try to not like music shame or be judgy about people's music tastes, but I have a hard time embracing new country music, that's for sure.
Yeah. I see, I've noticed this in the music industry, and I wonder if you feel the same way. It almost feels like they shove shit down our throats that's not good at all.
And I guess that's what rubs me the wrong way about country music. I feel like most other genres of music have sort of become very DIY, like you can produce your own stuff and put it out there on YouTube, Spotify, and gain some traction and gain some popularity. And it's, it's authentic music. I feel like Nashville's just like a big song machine, and they sort of just like, they do like Britney Spears was 25 years ago, where they find a pretty face and they go, okay, this is what you're going to look like. We're going to write songs for you. We're going to make you an album. And it's not genuine. It doesn't really have any like soul to it, Yeah.
Yeah, I have a hard time with like newer rap. And I catch myself like when I learned about MF Doom, which would surprise you, 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, I'm a relative newcomer to MF Doom too.
Yeah, I'm a huge I realize I'm a huge lyricist fan.
Yeah.
Like I love lyrics that actually like speak to shit. And I'm like, oh, I actually like can relate to what this person's saying versus like fuck bitches. Get your mama. I don't even know.
There's no substance to that either. Yeah, if you're not telling a story, if you're not telling me how you feel about something, if you're not making a statement, why are you making the music?
Yeah, because it's art ultimately, and it's like a lot of I call it party music.
Right.
It's like bump music. Like if you're in the club drinking, which I don't do anymore, it's like fun, but I just can't listen to it anymore. It's just doesn't itch anything for me.
Definitely. I feel you.
Yeah, like Cardi B, I just can't. And like what is it? I mean, I don't know. It's not bad. It's just not.
It doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do anything
doesn't
for
move
me.
the needle. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been to Nashville?
Not really. No. I've driven through Nashville, but I've not done like what what's the name of that street where everything is? I don't even know. I've never
been there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to go there for comedy. I heard it's pretty good
Really?
out there, but
Huh.
I heard New Orleans is good too.
Yeah.
I want to go out there.
I love New Orleans. That's a great city.
Yeah. Have you ever been to like an underground like jazz club, like something like that?
No, I don't know that I'd want to like actually. I don't know. I find jazz like live and in person boring.
Yeah.
Which is weird. You'd think it would be more exciting to see somebody like improvising live, but I kind of feel like just like trapped with it there. I like to listen to jazz like when I'm doing something. It's more like
Washing the dishes.
processing music than
Yeah.
it is like I don't want to be an active participant in watching jazz happen.
I saw a live jazz performance for the first time. I'm not sure exactly where it was. We were up north with family. I think it was in Connecticut or something. It was in like a basement.
Mhm.
And I'm not going to lie to you. That shit was fun.
Yeah.
It was cool to
It
watch
can be.
like live jazz players.
Mhm.
And we were just sitting back, drinking and watching. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. But I think it was just the ego in me that wanted to feel like a badass just sitting in the back of a club
Yeah, I
drinking and
get
watching it.
No, that sounds pretty cool. I mean, the right environment, that's fun.
Yeah.
I take back what I said. Live jazz is cool. Just, I don't know. Some underground jazz club. I don't know. Not what I want to do in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't like New Orleans jazz is my problem. I don't know. It's got its own flavor of jazz.
Mhm.
I like more like New York, aggressive, crazy jazz. So
Yeah,
maybe that's my problem.
that sounds about like what we were watching. I've
Yeah.
never been to New Orleans. My mom's been there and she said it was disgusting. She said the streets were like really nasty.
It is gross if you go to the French Quarter, but
That's where she was.
the rest of it's not necessarily that way. And even though it's like gross and dirty, the buildings are still beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And the food's fantastic.
Like the architecture, it's all
The
old and
architecture,
shit.
yeah, 'cause it's all old.
Is
French
it
architecture.
like a St. Augustine kind of type stuff? Like not like
Yeah,
the
but
vibe, but the
But it's like way bigger and more dense than St. Augustine. Like
Yeah.
St. Augustine's just like a couple of blocks of that. New Orleans is, I mean, in addition to like having a modern downtown, the whole French Quarter is, a city unto itself.
Yeah, I need to go check it out there. Yeah, going back to Austin next month, and then New York, Miami, and then Asheville. I'll go to Asheville.
Asheville's good.
Yeah.
Asheville's a good comedy scene too.
Yeah, I guess I'll find out.
Yeah.
I've met a couple people from North Carolina, but they're all in like different, like Charlotte, or I think which is like 3 hours away from Asheville.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's your favorite place you've traveled to?
Again, picking favorites, so rough. In the United States, probably Seattle. I really like Seattle. I think that's like my favorite city in
Really?
in this country.
God, you love Seattle, huh?
I do.
What do
They've
you
got-
love so much about Seattle? I want to know.
I like that it's like city and then nature, like right there, right next to each other on Puget Sound. The weather is actually really great. Like the winters there don't get terribly cold. They get like 2 inches of snow a year on average.
Yeah.
The summers don't get above like 80 degrees. I don't know. I like the people and the culture. Get the food. I mean, I like the food.
Yeah, we all do, man. That's what I do. Every time I travel somewhere, I'm like a food person. Like, I'm always looking for like, all right, I gotta try a ramen spot. I gotta try like a Thai
Oh,
spot.
Asian food in Seattle in general, all fantastic.
It was fantastic.
Sushi.
Yeah, I had the best pad siu I've ever
Oh,
had in my
yeah.
life
I
in
like pad
in
see ew.
Seattle. Yeah, and the nature it reminds me of Japan.
Yeah.
It's just like Japan. I went out in the mountains hiking alone, which I probably shouldn't have done.
In Japan?
No,
Oh,
in
in Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool, but I think I almost got robbed by an old lady.
Really?
Yeah,
Like some old hippie or?
I guess. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if she could have been a ghost, but
Oh, wow.
I was I actually have a couple crazy stories about Seattle. I was driving, well, not Seattle, but Washington. So I was driving, I don't even know where. I was just going to a mountain that was on Google. And there's this lady at the gas station. And she was like, "Can you give me a ride?"
No.
And I thought about it for a second because I was like 26 and I wasn't very well versed in traveling alone or understanding that people can be bad. So I thought about it for a second, but then I was like, it's probably not a good idea. No. So I said no. 2 miles down the road, I see a sign that says, "Do not pick up hitchhikers." Yeah. I was like, all right, that's cool. I get to the mountain, or this was after, so it was before. I'm driving to the mountain, and the park that lets you in to drive up is closed. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, shit. I'm like, I can't see it because I'd just gotten off of work, and it was late in the day. So I'm like, let me try to find a side road. So I'm driving down all these side roads and like just driving around, just looking at the nature. I'm staying in the car. It's beautiful. I come up on this like, I don't know what to call it, a ravine. It was like a little tiny, like not even a lake, just a body of water. It was like nothing. Yeah. There was 2 guys in hazmat suits on dirt bikes. Okay. And I'm driving and I see this barricade that says "Do not cross," and it looks like it was hand like spray painted. Yeah. So I was like, I wonder what would it. I think they were dumping a body. I'm not sure, or they were dealing with drugs. It was probably drugs, I could assume.
And this was at a mountain somewhere in the Seattle area.
It was northeast of Seattle. Okay. Like on the. Yeah. I drove like 2 hours. I took a ferry to get there. Okay. Like, I parked the car on the ferry, which was crazy. I was like, you can do that? Oh, yeah. I didn't know that was a thing. Uh-huh. But they were watching my car the whole time. Because, obviously, they're doing something. So they're watching me drive, and they see me driving that way. And then I turn around, and I could see them in my rear view, just their heads turning as I'm driving. I'm like,
a little scary.
I got to get the fuck out of here.
I can't believe.
Yeah, it was sketchy. Have you ever had anything, like, scary happen to you like that? Traveling?
So I was on a train going from, where was I? I was in Italy. I was going from Venice to Florence, or Florence to Venice. I don't remember which direction I was going, but this random, like, hobo dude literally hops on. I think I was waiting to use the restroom or something. I was, like, in the little, like, area that's in between the train cars. Like, you open the one train car door and then there's like a little connector to the next one. Mm-hmm. And I was in there and this guy literally hops on at the train stop, like, what do you call it when you're just like riding the rails? Like, he didn't have a ticket or anything. He just hops on and he's trying to make conversation with me and figures out quickly I'm American, and so he's trying to use like whatever little bit of English he knows, and he literally, like, there's no smoking on these trains. He just lights up a cigarette in there and he's smoking, and then he goes and opens the train car door, and literally I thought he was gonna like pull out a gun or something and like rob the train car, but instead, like, he just heckles people, and I guess like people know to, like, if you give him some pocket change, he goes away. So he was literally like going up and down the train car, just shit talking, like bothering people and harassing them and shit talking them
while he's smoking a cigarette.
Yes, while he's smoking a cigarette with like his rotten hobo teeth. It was so
that's crazy.
And like I was pretty terrified for a moment. Then I guess this is just normal. These hobos hop on trains and harass people for money, and then 2 stops later he hopped off.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, America, I'm Mickey Mouse, I'm Miami."
Shut the fuck up.
Like, Florida. No joke. Like,
I'm glad people think of Florida when they think about America.
He didn't even know I was from Florida. Like, those were all the things that he knew about America, and he was just
that's crazy.
Reciting the words he knew to me.
We went to Poland. We've been like 3 times or something because my husband's mom's from there. Mm-hmm. So like we go back to see her family and stuff. And we were in a mall. And my husband was in an electronics store with his cousin. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm going to go explore, whatever. So I go off alone, and I'm like outside in the main square area. And this guy comes up to me and just starts... And you know when you feel an energy from somebody, like it's not good, like mm-hmm. get the fuck out of there? Yep. I felt it as soon as the guy just was speaking Polish. And I was like, I don't speak English. And then I walked away and he followed me and kept talking to mm-hmm. me. And I'm like, this doesn't feel right. And I I'm running in the mall. Like, people are like, what the fuck is going on? And I find my husband and I'm I'm in full panic because I'm like, I'm about to get sex trafficked or something. This is real fucking weird. But yeah, like I always like, sometimes like when you just see somebody, you're just like, this doesn't feel right.
Mm-hmm. I
scary.
thought of another crazy stranger danger moment in my life. I was at a gas station. I was at a racetrack with my ex-wife at the time. I mean, she wasn't my ex-wife then. She was my wife then. But and I ran inside to get something to drink or something, and she stayed in the car. And I'm in there and I'm waiting to check out, and I look out to the car and I see some dude go up to my driver's side door, open my door, and stick his hand in there, and I'm like. So I go running out there. He was like a corrections officer. He flashed his corrections officer badge at her in the passenger seat and like tried to grab the keys and said, "You're lucky I'm a police officer because you could have been raped or killed because the car is running with the keys in the ignition and, the door is unlocked." I'm like, who the fuck does that?
Yeah.
And so, like, I called the cops. And so, like, the cops came out and I wanted to file a police report. And, like, once they found out he was a corrections officer, of course, like, nothing came of it. They told his supervisor or something. But I'm like, this guy literally, like...
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so... That was one
scary.
of those wild experiences.
Yeah, I went to Atlanta for the first time, and I didn't realize that gangs just be out in the street during the day.
Yeah.
I thought they just work at night.
Right.
How gullible am I, right? Thankfully, I didn't do anything stupid.
Hustling's a 24-hour job.
Yeah, for real. So I'm sitting at a stoplight off the highway to get to downtown Atlanta, and there's two kids. These are children.
Right.
They're like 16, 15 years old. Teardrop, tatted. I'm like, oh fuck. I could see they're carrying because you can see the bulge in their pants and it ain't there.
Well, maybe.
Well, you never know with the black guys. But yeah, there was two bulges. But anyways, they're definitely carrying, and I see the older guy, probably in his late 40s, standing on the corner with a big black bag. And they are walking up to people's windows, knocking on them.
Polite. Excuse me.
Roll down your window so I can rob the fuck out of you. Like, what? And this lady, she cracked her window. I'm like, bitch, are you stupid? Are you, like, I'm like,
Did
I'm
they
retarded.
yank her out of the car?
No, because they couldn't reach in. But they came knocking on my window. I'm like, nope. I'm like, I looked at Dennis' eyes. I go, nope. Fuck that shit. That's scary, because I imagine at night they break the windows instead.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Have you been to Atlanta before?
Yeah, I've been.
It's fun. I like Atlanta.
I haven't done much, like, in Atlanta, but I pass through it a lot. I go up to the North Georgia mountains a few times a year, so I always stop off in Atlanta and, like, go to Trader Joe's or something. But I never, like, do any touristy stuff. I went to a Braves game a couple years ago. That isn't even in Atlanta anymore. That's, like... up northwest of there, but I don't know. What do you like to do in Atlanta other than almost get robbed?
I did so I went there once before I started comedy, and it was a either Christmas gift or birthday, who knows, probably birthday and Christmas gift to my husband. I took him to go see Cradle of Filth over in Atlanta, and we went to this breakfast restaurant like across the street from an aquarium. When I tell you, it was one of the best.
Really?
Atlanta knows how to do breakfast. For some reason, their breakfast is... North Carolina has great breakfast too. Like, something about the South, they just be fucking... Except for Florida. Yeah. Right. I have a hard time finding good food around here, to be honest.
Are there restaurants around here?
I know. They've circulated so much ever since COVID too. Like... Ches Kwan's is one place, and then I go to...
He closed his place by me. He's just got the one on Aurora now.
Yeah, I was just there a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Damn, I didn't know that. Yeah.
No, his mom was running that one, and I guess she wanted to retire, so he couldn't keep both of them up himself. So
yeah, it makes sense.
Kind of a bummer, but he's a cool dude.
It's good food. He makes good food. It was Wabi Sabi's pretty good over at Merritt
I always wanted
Island.
to try Wabi Sabi. I've never
Oh,
been
you,
there.
you gotta check it. They got good pho. It's good. I just had some today before I
Nice.
took my nap.
A big bowl of pho puts you in that mood.
Oh my god, yeah. And I
All
started
that
eat.
broth.
I started eating meat again too.
Oh, I didn't know you were vegetarian. Yeah.
Yeah, I was vegan for 4 years.
Oh, damn.
And altogether I went vegetarian. It was like 9 years total.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I started eating meat again, and it didn't mess with my stomach that bad.
I think that's kind of a myth. Like people, I think maybe if you have a sensitive stomach anyway, it's gonna bother you. But
Yeah, I'm so glad I eat meat again, man. My life is so much easier.
really, it's mainly the convenience of it that.
Yeah, because like anytime I go out to eat, dude, I'm eating mac and cheese or
Yeah.
French fries or
It's just
like
carbs, yeah.
it's just garbage food. Like I don't get to enjoy eating out, and it just sucked over time.
Did you give up meat for health reasons, ethical reasons? You just didn't like the taste
Ethical.
of it? Ethical, yeah.
I was a big sensitive baby about animals.
I understand that. I feel the guilt of eating animals, but I still
Yeah.
like them.
I just thank God.
I
I'd be
try to
like,
not, yeah.
thank you
think
for this
about
fat meat.
it. Right. Like a pigs really get me. I love pork, but like, you see a pig and you're like,
I know.
man, this thing's practically a human. Or at the
Yeah.
very least, it's like a dog,
Yeah. I might as well eat our dogs.
Right.
I walk around. If you drive the neighborhood behind us, there's 2 cows, Kevin and
They have names?
yeah,
you
they
know
have their
them?
names on the front.
I was like, did you talk to them?
I do talk to them when I walk by.
Like, sup, Kevin?
Yeah, Kevin and something else. But you know what's funny is one's a female and one's a male. Can you tell because one's got the
Yeah.
horns or whatever? And on the thing, the sex symbols like the
Yeah.
female and the male, and they were both male, and I'm like, is the female one trans?
Trans cows, trans
Trans cow?
bovine, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But we got pigs too, so I was like, man, I do feel bad, but
Yeah.
it tastes so damn good.
Mhm.
God put meat on this earth for a reason.
Probably.
Yeah. Have you ever tried any weird foods?
Oh, yeah.
Like what? What's the
I've had-
weirdest thing you
I
tried?
had some deep fried turtle once.
What?
And I was at somebody's house and they were doing like a cookout and they had rattlesnake, they had turtle. I'm trying to think of what else. It all pretty much just tasted, it was breaded and
chicken?
deep fried. It didn't taste like chicken, but it just tasted like generic meat. I don't know what. Oh, I've had what's the sashimi sea urchin? That's really good.
Oh,
Umi.
I've seen that, but I've never
Yeah.
tried it. It is good.
Yeah, it's
What does it
interesting.
taste like? Anything?
Clean.
Clean?
It tastes, like the sea, like, I don't know, very sort of subtle. It was a little like buttery, a little bit rich, but ultimately it just tasted like a raw oyster would, like that sort of
Okay.
fresh, briny,
Yeah.
clean ocean taste.
Is it the same texture? Is it tough or?
No, it's kind of soupy, and then the middle part of it's kind of like creamy.
It's not like chewy or
Not chewy. There was no sort of like solidity to it, like an oyster
Yeah.
kind of has that like snotty, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like oysters. I like mussels. I
I
don't
could
like
tell
oysters.
by the way you were describing.
Yeah.
But you like mussels. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people who like mussels who don't like oysters. I get it. Different
Yeah.
textures. An oyster, you don't eat raw mussels, so to start with that, I don't know. I don't like cooked oysters. I think they're too like rubbery, but mussels are delicious. I eat
Yeah.
mussels all the time.
I just don't like snotty like
Yeah, I get it. It's
things.
not for everybody.
Yeah. My mom will suck them down.
Yeah.
Like she'll get a whole basket and just.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
I'll
like,
do.
huh?
Christmas Eve, man, I'll get like a whole like bushel of oysters and
Yeah.
just shucking them. And,
Oh my
yeah.
god. Maybe I should try them again. It's been a while. It's been a long time actually. Cause my
They're
grand.
better if you're drinking, so you're gonna have to,
Yeah, I don't drink.
to go back to drinking.
I'll have a beer just to try the
Right,
oysters.
it's like you have to. They're better with it.
Yeah.
There's some good non-alcoholic beers out there. You could do
Oh, that's
that.
true. I forget they do that nowadays.
They're surprisingly good. Like they're enjoyable and drinkable. I was in Denver a couple years ago, and I met up with my cousin at a brewery. And Denver's super strict. Like they ID everybody. So if you don't have your ID, they won't serve you. It doesn't matter if you're in your 40s.
Interesting.
They don't serve you. So they had a selection of like non-alcoholic beer that they brewed there, and I literally forgot I wasn't drinking an IPA. Like I was drinking this, I'm like, damn, this is good. And I'm like, oh, I don't feel anything. Oh yeah, there's no alcohol in this, but I would have drank it anyway because it tasted good.
Yeah, my father-in-law doesn't drink, so he'll drink non-alcoholic beers every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband makes fun of him. He's like, what you drinking that for? It's like, what's the point?
Right.
But I guess that makes sense because it's like a pairing thing.
Definitely.
It can be
yeah.
like a meal, and it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
especially it's good for people that don't drink anymore. You know?
Yeah, no, if you enjoyed the experience of drinking, especially if you enjoyed the flavor of it, I think, why not drink non-alcoholic beer?
Yeah.
And plus, like, the whole, like, ritual of it, it's just kind of like, if you miss hanging out with your friends and feeling that feeling, you can experience it. I don't have a problem with non-alcoholic beer. Some people are, like, super judgy about it.
He's gay.
Or, like, alcoholics be like, you can't drink non-alcoholic beer. It's going to make you want to drink real beer.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it'll make you, to each their own,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm judgy.
Yeah, right?
It's gay. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, not that it's like no, it's gay. You're like, no.
No. Yeah, so what else? What else you got going on? Any ventures? Anything happening in life?
Oh, I bought a camper.
Yeah?
Yeah.
To like travel with?
No, just to go camp on the weekends,
Yeah.
I'm a dad now. I've, got 2 kids, so
Yeah.
trying to find things to do with them on the weekend other than like be home all weekend and make us insane.
I thought you said be a homo all weekend.
That too,
You ever go out to Narcoossee area to go camping?
I don't know if there's anywhere to like camp in Narcoossee. I like Narcoossee.
Moss Park?
Oh yeah, Moss Park. Moss Park doesn't allow dogs. That's why I don't go there. I bring my dog with
really?
me. I'd love to go to Moss Park, but I gotta like set up a
Yeah.
dog sitter for the weekend. I've heard Moss Park's. Can you say it for me? Thank you.
Moss Park.
Moss Park's
You're about
really
to make
cool.
me fuck it up. Yeah,
You been there?
no. We used to go there. My grandfather lived in St. Cloud.
Oh, okay.
So he would take us there all the time. We would do family camping trips. And what was cool about it, which gross now that I think about it, there was a hot tub. So we just share hot tubs with people that were probably doing dirty things in the hot tub.
Yeah, some old swingers in a hot tub.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it was cool because, like, you get your little area. You got a place that you can set up your fire. So we do the whole cooking. We cook beans for dinner and hot dogs and hamburgers. And then we'd have marshmallows for dessert.
Yeah, we get into it. We do all that.
Yeah, I think when I have I was telling my husband when we have a kid, like, I want to get a little John boat.
Yeah.
For the weekend, and then I probably will get like a little camper or something.
Oh, that's awesome. We've really been enjoying it,
Yeah.
It's way better than tent camping. Or I used to have like one of those pop-up campers, and like there's just like you can't camp in the summer with that. I think that's the best part about having a camper is like we're going 4th of July weekend and we're going to sleep in air conditioning.
It's comfortable.
But still get to do all the outside stuff, you know what I mean?
I don't know how we survived that when we were kids.
Yeah.
We would pitch the tent. We would sleep in the tent 3 nights, and we would go in the summer too. Hotter than a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did we survive? Why did we need sleeping bags? Were we sleeping naked?
I think we just, as kids, maybe just like, we're not bothered by the heat. Like our oldest Logan, he's 7 and like, he wants to wear long sleeves to summer camp. And I'm like, Logan, it's summer. You can't. He's like, but I like it hot. I'm like, you're insane.
Yeah.
But literally, like, he'll bake in the sun all day and it doesn't faze him. But look at me, I'm sweating in an air-conditioned room right now.
Dude, you're telling me my armpits were dripping earlier. That's why
you're a fellow sweater.
I swear I'm
How are
going
those
through
hands
menopause.
doing right now?
Oh, dude. I was literally on stage last night.
I'm impressed you could hold the can. 'cause
I know,
there's-
just everything just slips, dude. It was dripping down my forearm on
God.
stage, and
I've
I
been there,
showed
like,
everybody, and they could see it.
that feeling of it just like,
Yeah.
it's so bad.
Swamp ass in the summer, that's fun.
Yeah.
Especially
But,
doing comedy because I wear jeans, and I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I deserve it. I
You ever think
chose
of like
this
a
life.
lighter, more breathable fabric, or this is just your look? No, like flowy dresses on stage for you. No,
That's not me.
Yeah.
You know me.
I don't know. I saw some wedding pictures out there. It's like, who is that person?
Yeah, that's the one rare case. I only dress up when I'm like anniversary.
Yeah.
That's it. Nothing. I was like saying like I was gonna name more things. There really isn't anymore.
I used to dress up, but like this is like my uniform. I'm
Yeah.
wearing shorts or like these type of pants and a black t-shirt. Like
Yeah.
the older I get, the less interested I am in fashion or
Yeah, me too. My husband, he's been wearing the same clothes since he's been in high school. He wears his Dickie shorts and black t-shirts, and I just gave up skinny jeans. So these jeans are new for
Well,
me because I
yeah.
couldn't. The skinny jeans are
reign of skinny
horrific.
jeans are like over. It's been a good almost 20-year run for
Yeah.
skinny jeans, but the boot cut and the flare, they're coming back.
Yeah, dude, I'm like, I can't. I need something baggy because
Mm-hmm.
anytime I sit in my car, it's just like the most. I'm
I'm
like,
sure. I don't know how
I want to
women
just
wear.
drive with no pants.
Yeah, right. Get in and just pop that button.
I'm saying, dude, I do it. I still with these every time I get in my car and pop. I hate it. I don't know why they can't design pants that fit.
That's funny. I was listening to NPR on my way up here because that's what I do. And there was a whole like news story about this lady that nobody's ever heard of who like invented modern American fashion. Like, she's like, no, I'm not going to make clothes that like, you know, make a woman look good. I'm going to make clothes that are comfortable.
Yeah.
And that didn't exist before like the 1950s. And her name was like something McCardle. I don't even remember her first name, but apparently she's like the modern inventor of women wearing comfortable clothes. They didn't exist before her. So
that's crazy.
I thought it was super interesting. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, I want to look into that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
She like invented like modern sportswear and like comfortable dresses with pockets in the front, stuff like that. Why do women go so crazy when a dress has pockets?
Don't ask me, brother.
I know, I'm not asking the wrong
You're asking the
person.
wrong woman.
You never had a woman come up to you and be like, look at my dress, it's got pockets.
I have all the time. I hear it all the time.
And what do you say? Do you have like
But here's the thing, you're not putting anything in the pockets.
Right. They're putting their hands in their pockets.
Your hands.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. They're showing other women. You're like, look, it's got pockets. And
yeah.
That's all that's
That's
happening.
it. Because this is the first time I've had jeans that fit shit. And I do use my pockets.
Oh yeah, you can use pockets.
My whole
with
phone fits
jeans.
in my pocket now. It never did that before.
It's a good feeling.
I can fit my keys in my pocket. I can fit my wallet. I don't have to carry my backpack around everywhere I go, looking like I'm about to shoot up a place.
I don't think I've ever seen you with a purse. Do you just backpack it?
I do backpack it.
Do you have a purse?
I have several, yeah. I just don't use them unless I'm going out and dressing up, which is once a year. That's it.
What, the anniversary?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. I just don't do it. It's like a black hole. There's no pockets unless you put pockets in it, and then you got pockets and you forget where all the shit is. So you're just, how many times I've picked up my purse and I've just dumped it out on the counter because I can't find anything.
I did that thing the other day where I had my phone in my hand and I was looking for my phone.
Oh, I do that every day.
I don't remember what I was doing, but I was doing something I wouldn't normally do on my phone, and I'm like, oh, I need to get my phone so I can, and I literally
the one time
5 minutes, just right there in my hand.
Yeah. It happens to me all the time. My husband knows it too, because I'll put my phone down in places that it shouldn't be put down.
I'll do that too.
And it's always when I need to leave.
Yep.
Every time
I'll leave and get 10 minutes into the ride and realize my phone's not there.
The only way I don't do this is because I have the Apple CarPlay, so it connects to my car.
See, yeah,
so if I don't have my
work.
music, I'm not going anywhere. I occasionally listen to the radio in my Tahoe because sometimes I don't like I like not having my phone on me. Sometimes I'll go to the dog park and I'll just leave my phone at home and just listen to the radio on the way there, and I'm like, oh, I feel a little bit of relief. I can smell the grass now.
I have such a I want to be away from my phone, but then I have the anxiety, between running the store and doing real estate of what if I miss something? But then on the other hand, it'll be fine. I can just, I don't know. I feel like I check out from my phone at night because of that, because I feel like that's an excuse. I can be like, oh, it's 8:00. Whatever happens, they'll understand if I get back to them in the morning. So I check out from my phone in the evening now, but it'd be really great to just go to the dog park for an hour and not have my phone. That's a good feeling.
Yeah.
But that's too much anxiety for me during the day.
Yeah, between owning a business and stuff, you almost can't get away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had a time where I was just, work before comedy, I was working my normal job, and I deleted all my social media for 2 years. Mm-hmm. When I tell you I was the happiest I ever been, I literally could smell grass again. Yeah. I forgot what freshly mowed grass smelled like, and it's crazy how much it dulls your senses being on that shit
constantly
all the time. So now I try to manage it
to
where
how do you balance that now?
Discipline. Like
It's hard.
when I first started comedy, I got Instagram back. I started using my Facebook again.
I think it's a little different if you just use it for professional purposes. Then it sort of triggers a different part of your brain.
Yeah.
And it sort of feels like work. Like that's kind of how I feel like with Instagram. I it feels kind of like if I'm on there too much, it starts to feel like work, and I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
I can have an employee hopefully handle social media stuff, so I don't have to. And then now, like the past couple of years, I just completely check out from that stuff.
Yeah.
It's there, but I don't feel attached to it in any way.
Yeah, that's the thing is like the first year, pretty much it's been like only 3 months where I've been like, I don't go on Instagram Reels anymore because that shit would just suck up my day.
I'll still do that for like an hour every
I know
day.
it's so hard to discipline yourself. Like I'll catch myself in it ever since I've actively tried to be like, okay, no reels, just go on here, post your reel, check your things, watch some people's stories so you're
addictive,
interacting. And it's just, you'll see someone's story and they repost a reel and you click on it because you want to see the whole thing. And then you're just, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? So sometimes, like, especially on the weekends, if I don't have anybody I need to talk to during the day, I shut my phone off. And I'm like, I don't care if I'm watching TV. Like, that's probably better than just scrolling through my phone. But it's hard. It's very difficult to be like, I'm not going to.
Definitely.
It's addictive as fuck. Yeah. Like, I know people that just be, like, playing the games on the phone.
Oh, I've been doing that lately.
Yeah.
Every stupid game. And then
It's
you see
so
the ad
hard.
for some other game, and you're like, oh, now I got to try that
it's
game.
cool.
And then you're doing the thing. I think so I heard somebody talking about this a while ago. I'm trying to remember who. Like you're playing a game in the game, and then you don't even realize you're playing the real game, but you're playing like some ad for some other game. And I think Jake and Selena were talking about this. I think one of them has a joke about it.
Yeah.
It's actually really funny. And I'm like, oh God, I'm doing the joke they were talking about right now. I'm not even playing the game that I opened the app
game
for.
inception.
Right.
Yeah. No, the phones are serious issues for our world, but I hope that I can get to a point to where I'm doing well enough that I can hire someone to I will literally buy a Motorola Razr.
Yeah.
And just be like, you have to call me if you want to talk to me.
There's a whole like cultural movement of that. People who only have, flip phones.
Yeah.
And don't have smart devices and don't have internet with them, and they're probably a lot happier for it. There's even people who now like have gone to like landlines only, like you have to call and leave a message, and I'll call you back when I get home.
Yeah, it's like in the middle of the woods, and you just got your corded phone.
Got like the old school answering machine with the little tape mini cassette in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I can't wait to get away from it. But with comedy, I feel like I almost have to. You have to interact. You got to see what people are doing. You got to talk to people.
I don't know how you could become a successful comedian without social media.
Yeah,
now.
I couldn't see it. Yeah. I couldn't see it. You would literally have to have other people posting about you all the time, which nobody's going to do that. They're focused on their own shit because we're all egotistical assholes.
Until you get big enough, and then ironically, like people just post about you. Like there's like a threshold you get to, and then all you need to do is repost what other people are posting about you.
Yeah, I'm just going to give this to somebody when I can afford it.
Right.
Just going to hire somebody, take care of all my shit.
An executive assistant who literally carries your phone for you.
Yeah.
And you talk to them instead of Siri, and they talk to Siri for you.
Yeah. I need you to ask ChatGPT why I'm so emotionally unstable today.
I need you to ask them, and then I need you to print me up a report and give me a synopsis of it. Your job is to summarize what ChatGPT is telling me.
I just want more time on my hands. I feel like when you don't have it, you're just like more productive. You have more time. Like with the quitting smoking weed too, like we were saying, like I feel I have so much more time because I would spend so much time just rolling joints and smoking them.
Right. You have so many more hours in the day, and you want to fill that time with something. And
I'm getting bored really easily. That's the thing. I'm like, I got to do something.
Go smoke some weed.
Stop it. I'm not going to do it.
Good.
Yeah. But all right. I think we've talked for long enough. Get the fuck. No, I'm just kidding. No. No. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, I'm glad we finally worked it out to find a date and a time and got it done. This has been fun.
I've tried like 3. What's your last name? How do I not know your last name?
Are we not friends on Facebook?
We probably are. What's your last name?
Kerns.
Kerns. That's what it is. Yeah. Duh. I'm like, I'm not. It doesn't click for me. Chris Kerns. So Chris Kerns.
It's so funny because like in another iteration of my life, people only knew me by my last name.
Yeah.
And so now people only know me by my first name, and it's really weird. And then every now and then, like, those worlds collide. Like, the people I went to college with, and a lot of them live in Orlando, and they still just call me Kerns. And then they come to Melbourne, or people from Melbourne come out there, and it's like, wait, who are you talking about? Like, oh, I didn't know your name was Chris. Like, what? You know, it's interesting.
Yeah,
everybody now just knows me by Chris.
I have you as Chris Beachside Retro.
Exactly. And then the other weird thing for me, so I do real estate. The name of my real estate business is Mark Realty, and it's like actually an old name, like that's been around Beachside since the 60s. The dude's last name was Mark. His name was Mitchell Mark. And anyway, my family bought the business from somebody who bought the business from him. None of that matters other than I don't care what it says on my business card. I don't care what I say my name is when I answer the phone. Everybody calls me Mark. They say, hi, Mark. And I'm like, I just answered the phone. This is Chris. Or sometimes it'll be like, oh, hey, Chris, I'm looking for Mark. Is Mark there?
What the fuck?
Like, I'm Mark.
That's hilarious.
So, yeah, so nobody knows what the fuck my name is. So you're just in with
well,
the rest of the crowd.
I will remember. Chris Kerns forever.
I don't know that I'd remember, but...
No, I'll remember.
Sometimes I have to like go through 3 or 4 iterations of Barboza. I'm like, it's Alex, and then like literally my girlfriend will be like, it's Barboza.
Yeah, it's okay. No, your record store is my origin story, so I will never forget.
That's something I'm super proud of. Like, there's a lot of people whose like origin story is like Beachside Retro.
Yeah,
that's so awesome. I'm so glad that like we were able to provide that space and
thank
do that.
you.
And it's been really fun doing it, and I hope we keep doing it for a long, long time, even though we're not doing the open mic anymore, but we're still doing it.
Back at some point, hopefully.
We're not. We're just shifting into something new direction, different stuff. So it's cool to still be a part of the comedy scene around here and to really see how it's taken off since COVID. Really got rebuilt after COVID, and it's really like, I think it's cooler here than Orlando. Don't tell the Orlando people that, but I think we got a lot of good stuff going on here.
No, a lot of people from Orlando are coming here.
And they say the same thing, so I'm not the only one saying it.
Yeah, no, but check out Beachside Retro Records over in Satellite Beach.
Sweet plug.
Yeah, go get it. All these records, except for one, is from Beachside Retro.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, no, or 2. I got that from a Wu-Tang concert, but yeah, my mom got me a Amy Winehouse one too for my Christmas. My Christmas.
Your Christmas. It's all about you, right?
It's all about Alex Barboza, Captain Barboza. Yeah, but thanks for coming.
Yeah,
I appreciate you. Yeah.
Awesome.
And she keep working that back and I'm about to throw the shit like